Alright, so what's up? Welcome back to the channel again. I know I said in the previous video that was only, 3 or 4 days old, that we're gonna have an update in June and the politically incorrect one in August. Well, I got a lot of free time right now, 4 days off. It's Thursday today. This video will be uploaded immediately after we finish recording it, and we're going to have a politically incorrect update today. Yay! A lot of things by one band, so it might be kind of a rapid politically incorrect update, but we're gonna have a beer. I just came from a trip, sort of a family trip to the forest and shit like that. So we're gonna have a beer, we're gonna talk black metal, we're gonna talk politically incorrect one, so be warned as usual. Right, let's get this shit started. We're drinking this one. I brought this one from Finland from a few weeks back when I went to Cult Shop and just for a day to Helsinki. So this is Hissy Goosebumps goose brewed with raspberry and passion fruit. I'm not a big fan of sour beers and goose beer or ghost beer, some say, but fuck it, I'm gonna try it. It had a very unique artwork here with the goat, and we're going to talk about a certain band today that also has a word goat in the name of the band. So yeah, it feels appropriate, and it's also going to be a Finnish band, so this is a Finnish beer. I think it's Finnish beer, Finnish craft beer. Correct me if I'm wrong if you're from Finland, but I did buy it in Finland. On the back I believe it says Finland. So yeah, Finland. Alright, so yeah, at first I thought of not doing this update at all, but then I thought like fuck it, I mean I'm probably gonna have more politically incorrect stuff in August delivered, so why not do an update today, even though like the last one, the regular one, was a few days back. Look at that goat. You just want to drink that beer. So yeah, Hissy Goosebump. Yeah, so ghost roast with raspberry and passion fruit. Like I said, not a big fan of those. On a hot summer day they go really well, like 1 or 2, but not that much. Sorry for the glare, the weather today is really sunny. But cheers and let's roll. Holy fuck, yeah. Really sour, but it's okay. So, the most anticipated album, I think it came out of nowhere. Like, before it was released, people already knew it's gonna be released, but it pretty much came out of nowhere. This one. Don't worry, I'm gonna take everything out so that there would be no glare. Goatmoon, new album. What once was shall be again. Of course, Goatmoon is a legendary band. Legendary, infamous, and basically one and only. One of the most fantastic bands from Finland. Goatmoon was established in 2002 by Black Goat Grave Desecrator. It's kind of a one-man project, but it has a lot of cool session musicians. Like I bought this one in Cult Shop. You probably saw the video from the Cult Shop. The owner of the shop is Sammy, and he probably also participated in the recording of this. He also plays in Baise Ma Hache and is a session musician in Goatmoon. So yeah, this is a 2023 release. Again, it's called What Once Was Shall Be Again. Yeah. So what can we say about this one? Burning churches, of course, and shit like that. It starts off with a very grandiose, epic intro that basically leads into this raging, unforgiving, furious storm of black metal. A lot of people say that they have issues with Black Goat's vocals lately. Let's take a closer look here at the cover. Beautiful cover. Kind of a fantasy cover, but you get certain hints of certain things destroying certain things. So you know, it still is Goatmoon. So yeah, a lot of people have issues with current vocals. I wouldn't say that a problem. I mean, like, the guy is getting old, but his vocals are still good. There are some controversial parts here, like with the vocals. Let's take a look. The CD is gold, by the way. Where they do this kind of an echo, kind of computer-like thing with the vocals. They're supposed to represent maybe those chanting church-like echo vocals, but I do agree they come off a little bit off, a little bit off. But you get used to it. If you listen to this album and you don't like it, give it at least 2 more spins. I guarantee you will enjoy it after. The first spin I gave it, I was like, okay, cool, I dig it. The second spin I gave it, I already loved the fuck out of it. Basically, it's, like I said, no black metal with no compromises. If you know Goatmoon, you know Goatmoon. Guys here in question, having fun under the candles. So yeah, absolutely total no compromise. They mix things up with, of course, dungeon synth. There's one song that has like complete full-blown solo, which lasts for a pretty long time. If you wanna know how this album feels in generally, I encourage you to listen to the second song, Raging with the Lion's Blood. Absolutely amazing. This one has everything from furious Finnish call, the riffs, to folky sound, to this kind of dungeon synth, and to that guitar solo. Even, I think, I might be mistaken if it's this song or the other song, but there's also a flute, of course, incorporated into it. Overall, it's a massive album, in my opinion. The voice even doesn't matter. It still is, the quality is still there. They still can do it. It's amazing. Of course, released on Werewolf. We're waiting for vinyl now to come out. Goatmoon's journey into black metal is a very significant one. Like I always say, if people who are into the left side of things, probably if they wish that they would have a few bands who are not on the right side of things, they would probably wish for Goatmoon and Wolfnacht. That's my opinion. So yeah, interesting history, amazing discography, from raw black metal to folky black metal to somewhat of a mix between all plus a little bit of melodic black metal in there, flute, dungeon synth, and so on. Album never gets boring, it never gets repetitive. Like I said, those lower, a bit of computer probably generated or computer mixed vocals can get to you, but there's like insignificant part of those vocals in the whole album, and on the second listen you already don't give a fuck about them. So yeah, absolutely amazing album in 2023. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be an album of the year or some shit like that, but it's definitely will be, if I would make lists, it would be on a higher position in my lists. Yeah, and you can see there, flute and synthesizers. Yeah, so I was not wrong about the flute. So yeah, you know Goatmoon always delivers absolutely amazing stuff. This is no exception at all. Yeah, check this out. I'm 100% you already have checked it out. Cheers. It's good shit for one beer. I would probably not handle the second one very well. It's too soury, but it is refreshing. I have to give it that. Staying in the same country, staying with the same band, we have the infamous Penis EP, Penis King EP, Which Penis EP, Which Penis King EP. You know what I'm talking about already, yeah? You're set in the mood. Let's check it out. Goatmoon, Witch King. So, not only did Goatmoon release an album in 2023, but they also pretty much spoiled us with a 7-inch, 2 songs. Now, let's talk immediately first about the music and then look into the stuff that it comes with. Immediately what we can hear from this EP, which is a bit different from the album itself, is the fact that the production is more raw. Vocals are actually more upfront in this one. So the overall production is quite... it's different from that production of an album. It's more of a rawer sound. Like I said, vocals are up front. The whole thing is more fierce, it's more intense. And the chants here are not that computer mix generated or whatever, alright? They're more like his own chants, but they're low growls. So they might a little bit resemble black metal, but death metal, but not really that much. On here, I feel that there's no presence of dungeon synths. It's more of a key thing here, you know, synthesizer keys, and they're more folky than this kind of a dungeony thing. Yeah, so you can see released on this one and Cult as well. Let's take a look inside. Always a beautiful sight to see this one, especially when you have it in the red version. The back patch would be fucking amazing to get. Yeah, amazing logo. The lyrics for the 2 songs, again, I have no gripe here. Can't say anything which is bad about both songs. Maybe again, if you don't like it, give it a listen 2-3 times. I'm sure you will dig it. As you can see, all instruments, music and lyrics by Black Goat Grave Desecrator. So yeah, Black Goat keeps the flame burning, and you know, if Goatmoon will release something else in 2023, I will be more than happy to listen to it. There's like never enough Goatmoon. You can never have enough Goatmoon in life. Of course, let's take a look closer into our cover, our Penis EP. There we have it. Yep. With the... I'm gonna keep it a little bit censored. Yeah. So Goatmoon, Forest. You can see all the beautiful tattoos. Somewhat of a Goatmoon vodka. This part you know. And here's the controversial part, of course. The controversial part is, of course, that he's wearing skinhead boots. Nothing else. I'm joking. Yeah. So yeah, another amazing release by Goatmoon in general. Witch King 2023 EP released by Cult Records. Again, probably maybe, you know, Sammy helped him with the recordings there. Yeah. Woo, we're going fast and we don't have that much. Actually, wait. I have one patch to show you, so we'll drink later. And of course I had to get this one. Like I said, there's nothing more beautiful than having a Goatmoon patch in these colors. It also bought it in the Cult shop. By the way, the prices are not that high, it's only 5 euros. Unfortunately, they didn't have the big one, but they did have some t-shirts with this logo, but they were all small. I need the L size, and they had like S, because L always sells out. So yeah, the infamous logo, the infamous band, amazing stuff. Okay, we're gonna talk about the band next that is playing in the background. It's gonna be a little bit hard because this band is from France. Cheers. Cheers to the goat. Okay. Now the name. The name. People say it very differently. So yeah. is this one. A lot of people say it like Baise Ma Hache. When I tried to Google translate it and listen to the actual, you know, the sound, it says Baise Ma Hache. So if that's right, leave a comment that that's right. I'm gonna call it Baise Ma Hache because I'm just used to it, but it's Baise Ma Hache, I guess. This album is playing in the background right now. So this is a band from France, established in 2013, I think, if I'm not mistaken, or 15. I think 13. Like I said, I'm gonna call it Baise Ma Hache, but correct me if I'm wrong. The name translates to "kiss my ex," or in slang, in French slang, "fuck my ex." So yeah, there you have it. Let's put this one here. I don't know how well you can hear it, but this is an amazing fucking release. So overall, the band, of course, plays this absolutely fucking unique style of French black metal. If you like Pest Noir, you're gonna love Baise Ma Hache. I don't see how you would not like Baise Ma Hache. Imagine all the shenanigans gone from Pest Noir, all those crappy experiments that they did, like with sound. There's almost like fucking, you know, the bad albums. Imagine only the good albums, and imagine only the good albums with this punkish fucking black and rollish, a bit of a raw black metal sound to it. This is what you get in Baise Ma Hache. It's basically a rebel, rural, hooligan-like black metal. This album is 52 minutes long, and it never stops for me. It like grabs you by the throat and never lets you go. This album is called Brevière du Chaos, or Breviary of Chaos. Now here starts our famous history lessons that we have here. Eiffel Tower here. So, Breviary of Chaos, if I'm pronouncing Breviary right, of course in English. So, Breviary is a special liturgical book used for prayers. And it's used for prayers only at certain times. It's like Muslims use, they pray, I don't know, certain amount of times, like 4 times a day. Some Christian fundamentalists actually do the same thing, and it's a book used for that. So this is a 2016 full-length album. Absolutely amazing stuff. It has a very brutal fucking intro. One of the most brutal intros I ever heard. There's like machine gun fire, screams, woman crying, dogs are barking, and first there's none. There's like, it showcases this rural life, like a bit of birds singing, people doing something, and then bam, it starts like machine gun fire, screams, dogs barking. So you can imagine that something fucking bad is going on. It's like in that movie Come and See. If you haven't watched it, maybe you should check it out. It's a pretty brutal World War II movie. One of the brutalest World War II movies. It's called Come and See. A lot of people don't even finish it. It's that hard. It's not gore. It's like how it was filmed. It's very psychological that gets to it. But anyway, the whole thing here feels like it's a call to arms, maybe a call to revenge, a call to revolt against modern society. It's harsh. It's like ready to implode in your face and take you with it, like to kill you basically. Also, I have to say, I fucking admire the French vocals. Like, I really fucking do. I mean, it's something special. It's if I would call them barking vocals, but they are not only barking, they're like mad, and they have this a grain of melancholy in them. but yet they're mad, you know. It's absolutely amazing style. And I'm not talking about, like, for example, Mutilation. I'm talking about bands like Baise Ma Hache and Peste Noir. I mean, yeah. In its core, it's raw, fast, unapologetic, a bit of national romanticism here and there, a bit of certain supremacy, let's call it like this. So yeah, it's a pretty amazing band. Let's take a look inside. Also, you understand. They are not fans of the current situation in France and in Paris as well. But yeah, there we go. Also, I want to say, like I said in the beginning, they look like hooligans, they look like rebels, they drive their bikes and shit like that, and they're girls. So yeah, oh yeah, here we go, the bikes. I have been listening to this album for a week, I think. Overall, if you don't know the band, check it out, you will absolutely love it. Hard to get the merchandise by the band. Usually always sold out, which is a shame, because they have really excellent, beautiful merchandise. You know how Behemoth always says, we have the best one. Yeah, fuck that shit. These guys have, and Peste Noir has also really good merchandise. So yeah, Baise Ma Hache, let me read it correctly. Brevier du Chaos. I hope I didn't butcher that enough. Or yeah. So amazing French black metal. A very controversial band as well for some. Okay, and I left the very best for the last. The cover is going to be controversial as fuck. We finished our Goosebump Hissy beer. So guys, cheers, and let's finish this up. The most controversial one from this batch, even by the cover. Oh boy, what could it be? Okay, it's this one. A band that absolutely fucking blew me away. This is Blood Libel from Canada. And the album is called Total Hate. Let me read it. Okay, there's a blooper. Something fell off. So the album is called Hate Propaganda Compendium. Sorry, I forgot the name. I thought it was just Total Hate Propaganda, but it's Hate Propaganda Compendium. Yeah, the band that fucking blew me away. A very controversial cover up front. So the band is from Canada, established in 2018. This is an Astra release. I bought this one in Cult Shop in Helsinki as well. One-man project. The guy behind the project goes by CW, or in this one he goes by Sam Hyde. Why? The guy is notable person because he's also a guitarist and vocalist in Swolder. If you know Swolder, also pretty good band. Had some very controversial releases there. So yeah, Blood Libel. Let's talk about. Actually, wait. Yeah, let's look at the cover and talk about some history again. We have to bring in the history lessons. So libel, what is libel? Libel is basically accusation made against the Jews that they kill, drink, or use the blood of young boys in their rituals. Was pretty, I don't want to say famous, how would you say it? So most cases were, of course, in Middle Age times, in medieval times. I mean, yeah. And they were caught, beaten to death by people usually. Rarely they went to court. So that is the meaning of libel. So the most interesting actually case about this libel thing happened in Russia, of course. There was a boy, Gabriel Belostoksky, yeah, and he was killed, and they blamed the Jews, of course. I think they killed them. But what's interesting about this case is, and it's actually still in our day, this is the history of Orthodox Russian Church. So the boy is canonized. What does it mean? It means he's a saint. He's a saint of all the children in Russia. Can you imagine that? And the most interesting thing is, so there's a liturgy on this boy, and he was killed in 1690. So you can imagine it was a long time ago. They could have rethink this, but they did not, because it's Russia. So there's a liturgy. So he's a saint. He was killed. They blamed the Jews. The Jews were killed, and there's a liturgy on him. Wanna guess the date of the liturgy? It's 20th of April. Talk about coincidences. I mean, god damn it, really. So yeah, wow. Of course, there were certain rumors in Nazi Germany. Of course, the newspaper Der Stürmer spread those rumors and those allegations that they drink blood and shit like that. One of the most interesting cases, of course, also was in Kiev, Ukraine, because that was like a case where they actually used flyers. They put flyers in Kiev saying that in 1910 a child was killed. His name was Andriy, and that was like the first case where people were putting up shitloads of flyers and saying that, you know, keep your children safe, Andriy was killed by the Jews, and so on. So yeah, just regular simple labels here. So yeah, enough of the history. So what is the music and what is here? So this is a 2019 compilation. They didn't have an album yet, so this is a compilation of side one. Side A has a demo, This Time the World. This Time the World. And side B, Only Way to Win Back Our Nations. It's this one. Of course, you can see Adolf here. It's a pretty infamous photo where he's marching in his loyal crowd. So yeah, very furious black metal. It's outstanding. It's very vibrant. It's very fresh, and it definitely has influences by Grant Belialski. There are some songs where I can feel those influences there. So if you're a fan of that, if you're a fan of Volder, check it out. The guy on the cover, by the way, is fuck, I forgot the name of the guy in the last video. Rockwell. Lincoln Rockwell. I think he's a founder of Nazi party in the US. Of course, why this band is so cool, you have to check out their full-length releases after this one, Museum of Gas and Mirrors, and their current new one, which came out, I think, like at least digitally a few weeks ago. Gift Gas. Absolutely fucking amazing releases. Even people who don't like NSBM in general, they acknowledge that this band has its shit straight. I mean, it's very, very good. So yeah, Blood Libel. What was the fucking hell? Hate Propaganda Compendium. I always want to say Total Hate Propaganda. Where the fuck did I get Total Hate Propaganda from? It's stuck in my head. From some other release by other band. But yeah, Blood Libel is absolutely amazing. Get it fast. It sells out really fast. Like I said, I bought mine in Cult. Possibly Asrar has some shit on their website if you want to support them. Or if you don't want to support them, maybe Hasvek. I would buy from Hasvek because the shipping is better. There we have it. We did it. Another update in a couple of days. So I'm gonna put links in the description below. Finish a beer, this one. And I'm gonna upload it today on, what is it? 4th of May, Thursday. So should be up before the weekend. I hope you enjoyed this one. We're gonna have plenty more in August for sure. Yeah, Steelfest still I don't know, will be decided at the very last minute, but yeah, it is what it is. But we're gonna have a video from a special unique store that most of you already know, a legendary store, the one and only store. I'm not gonna spoil it, but I'm gonna say it like this. So yeah guys, enough of rambling. Cheers, have a good weekend, stay frosty, stay black metal. I'll see you around.